Only one thing matters. The truth.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Trent the Truth Show. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Trent the Truth Show. I'm your host, Trent the Truth. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're listening from, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to our podcast on Spotify and YouTube. It's the Trent the Truth Show. And while you're doing that, give us some love on social media. It's Trent the Truth on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you search. Real quick, today's episode is brought to you by La Gloria Tire Shop. La Gloria Tire Shop specializes in any size tire you need at a great price. Located 3543 165th Street in Hammond, Indiana. Again, that's 3543 165th Street in Hammond, Indiana. 46324. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m., 5 p.m. Again, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m., 5 p.m. Closed Sundays. Telephone number 219-844-0384. Again, 219-844-0384. La Gloria Tire Shop. And just like I tell you guys, if you want to be a guest, you want to sponsor an episode, you got any questions, comments, or anything you want me to address, just email me at trentthetruthshow@gmail.com. Again, that's trentthetruthshow@gmail.com. And if you're feeling good and you want to bless us, our cash app is TrentTheTruth88. Again, that's TrentTheTruth88. Don't forget to put the $ on the front. And for the people out there in TV land, we got the QR code on the screen ready for you to pull your phone out and make the donation from wherever you're watching. But whatever it is you decide to do at the show, whether it's a question, comment, you want to be a guest sponsor, or you want to make a donation, we truly appreciate any and every interaction with the Trent the Truth Show. And again and again and again, we always have great guests on the show. Today who do we have with us today? Introduce yourself.
We have Michelle Dominique, or some people might know me by a couple other nicknames.
Right. Who they know you as?
Some people know me as Kitty Dominique.
Okay.
Some people know me as Empress Squirt.
Okay.
Some people know me as Boss Kitty Mogul.
Okay. Sound like a lot of different personalities.
No. People meet you in different phases and different realms.
Right.
Like, sometimes you give people at work nicknames. Sometimes you get nicknames from your school friends.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of people, they show up differently for different people. You might be the strongest person in the world around your family, but when you're around your boys, you can be vulnerable. And so you get nicknames from your family, you get nicknames from your boys, you get nicknames from bosses sometimes.
Okay. So let's talk about the nicknames. You said the first one was what? People might know. What was the first nickname you said?
Kitty Dominique.
Kitty Dominique. Now, where did you become Kitty Dominique?
Well, my middle name is Dominique.
Okay.
And I have always loved Hello Kitty.
Okay.
So when I first started like video gaming, like I was coming up with different names that I would go by. I was streaming long before there was Twitch and stuff like that. Like I would be on PlayStation just streaming straight to Facebook.
Right.
Back when you could do that. But yeah, so then Boss Kitty Mogul developed because at the time I was store managing at Radio Shack. So it's like boss,
Right.
Hello Kitty, mogul.
Okay.
Because I was running a bunch of different stores. But yeah, from that nickname, my next nickname came.
No, yeah, right. That's what I want. Where does squirt stuff come from? How'd you get that name?
Okay, so I was working on Spirit of Chicago. It was a work nickname, like I said. um, I was one of the younger people working on the boat. I think I was 17 at the time.
Okay.
But of course, it's a boat, so like we own the water, and we would give each other nicknames, like work nicknames. And I was also one of the younger and shorter people on the staff. So they started calling me Squirt around the time that Finding Nemo came out.
Okay.
If you've ever seen Finding Nemo, there is a family of turtles that Nemo runs into when he goes um, out into the Pacific Ocean. And there is a little baby turtle that is telling everybody what to do. He's like, "We're going to have a great day today, guys." And they said that little baby turtle was me. And the baby turtle's name is Squirt. Yeah. So that's my nickname.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
from some history, that we gonna get into, people could misunderstand that, or they could think, they know you a different way.
I mean, that would really depend on the person.
Right.
I feel like how you perceive it tells me more about you than it tells you about me.
A lot of people might not have known you from like when we were children and no shit like that. So
Where do we know each other from?
you and I,
Yes.
the Stang gang.
Oh, yeah.
You know how that go.
Yeah.
The
Very,
biggest gang.
very, very much so.
The biggest gang. You going to the
Very.
picnic? You say, "Am I?"
I shall be in attendance.
Yeah.
When is it?
August 15th.
Yes.
That
Well,
weekend.
I was about to say it might start on the 12th.
It's some different, right? It's some different activities for
Yeah,
me
it might
because
start
it's
on the
our
12th.
20 year. We got a whole weekend planned. Shouts
Oh,
out to 06,
wait. My
Stang Gang,
favorite.
Morgan Park,
Okay.
last class with class.
Okay. I'm class of 08, but
Sound like
08 the great. But my favorite class of all time is 06.
yeah, I mean,
Like
I,
all my
I know
favorite
why.
people 06.
If I wasn't 06, I would still say this about 06. But facts remain.
Bird
That's how
gang.
that goes.
Big bird gang.
Facts don't change. Facts don't change. So what you do after school though? Like, did you get into college? What all happened with
I
that?
did go to college, but as I said, I was working. I was working like 3 jobs.
Right.
Like I was out here getting it. I'm a Capricorn. This is what we do.
December what?
Don't you ever.
January what?
Whew, you just see the disrespect.
My bad.
He said December.
My wife's a Capricorn.
January the 11th, 111, triple
Okay.
ones.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. What kind of work you do?
Well, I do a lot. I'm a student. I'm a yoga teacher. I do a lot of volunteer work. Like that's what I did this summer. I kind of devoted myself to doing service like I do in my school year as well. Yes, I'm a student at Chicago State University. Go Cougars.
Right, they got a new football team now. You going to the first game?
We shall see.
I think they play at like Gately or some shit.
No, not Gately. SeatGeek.
SeatGeek.
Yeah, SeatGeek.
That's where you can buy tickets.
They
They
own a
don't. They don't
stadium.
play at no SeatGeek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a stadium On Harlem and something.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's nowhere near our school, but
Right.
we're
Oh, that's
working on
good
that.
though. What are you studying?
Well, right now I am public health major, pre-law minor. I was biology major initially, but things change, people change.
Hmm. So, with the podcast, this is the Trent the Truth Show. We talk about a wide range of topics. It's gonna go from the highest to the lowest to the most important to the random to the all of that. So I feel like everybody got a story. What's your story?
Depends on where you want me to start.
Start from what you can remember. Start from the beginning. Childhood.
Okay.
That's how they find out how people are messed up. They start to dissect the childhood. So let's start
All
there.
right. I was born on January 11th, 1990. I was the second child of my parents, Ruby and Michael Brumfield. And I have one older sister who was born on January 19th, 1989. So she's my Irish twin because we were born within the same 365 days. For 8 days, we're the same age. Um,
Right, that's crazy. So your mom probably went back to the doctor pregnant. Hey, I know how Pops feels, Joe.
I'm like,
I know how Pops feel.
but people say my mom, well, if you see my mom, she looks just like me. But so I was I was born in Chicago, but raised in Minnesota for a little bit Indiana. By the time I was 3, it was actually the day before my 3rd birthday, my father passed.
Oh wow. At 3 or at 2, a couple
Yeah,
days before 3.
yeah. So I was born January 11th, and he passed on January 10th.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that. At 3.
yeah,
Well, on your way to 3.
yeah,
The day before your birthday.
yeah.
Wow. What happened?
He passed away from complications from HIV/AIDS.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hmm.
Um,
Hence why I do so much volunteer service with them.
okay.
It means something.
Of course. Do you know how he
It
contracted the virus?
could have been doing a number of things that all of us are probably doing right now.
Well, what?
Niggas hate condoms. Can I say niggas?
Man, yeah, you can. It's the Trent the Truth Show.
Niggas hate condoms.
They hate condoms. So you saying that's how Pops went out?
I
What
don't
they
know.
say, Willie lump lump.
I have no clue
That's
because
tough.
I was a
So
baby.
okay, so you never found out.
No, he could have been using drugs. It was that era. And I guarantee you he didn't bring the drugs into the United States. I guarantee you he didn't sell them to himself if that was the case.
He right, of course. But so okay, so
So, kind of like the opioid epidemic, where they are now giving settlements to families
right.
because the government let them have access to things that could kill
The government, they got out real good. They put the drugs in the community
them. They're the
and then
best.
locked you up for selling it.
The
They put the
best.
guns in the community. locked you up for using them, selling them, having them. So
But aren't they the ones dropping guns off in the neighborhoods?
facts, and this was the CIA that was involved. I think on something with Nicaragua, if I'm correct.
Mm.
If I'm correct, I believe so. I believe so. It was either drugs and guns. Matter of fact, that's what it was. Drugs and guns. They're supplying drugs and guns.
Hasn't it been that since the inception of America?
That's how they all roll. And you saying, but you know what though? That's odd though. So okay, so somebody shared with you that Pops passed from.
I found it out late.
Okay,
Initially, they told me he had passed from cancer
why do you think they told you a different story?
because I don't think they wanted me to have to live with the stigma because there is a stigma on people with HIV/AIDS.
Right. So okay, how long do you know how long he had it?
He contracted it after I was born.
And so you was on your way to 3. You was
Yes.
almost 3. So he contracted it after you was born,
Most likely 18 months.
and he got it and died real quick.
But that was back when they didn't know anything.
It was just him and Magic.
And Magic had
Magic had a little cash, so
money.
right. Wow.
That that's the magic.
Damn, that's tough. So okay, so you never had a conversation with your mom?
Okay. So my mother was murdered
Damn.
when I was 5,
Get the fuck out of here.
February 5th, 1995. Ruby Brumfield. Still a cold case.
Unsolved. Was
But we know who did it.
they don't even make okay, so
Someone possibly got blamed.
who got blamed?
Possibly the one who was murdered.
Hmm? Okay. Do you know how or why your mom was murdered?
Yes.
What happened?
It's still an open case.
From 1995.
95.
That's 31 years. So, if anything, what you have to say probably will help. I don't think you would.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
What stories were you told?
The
Because
streets
because
were talking, and the streets told my grandmother that me and my sister probably should never come back out there.
what was your parents involved in?
Who knows?
Pops had
It could have been drugs.
right. So okay, so you were never told this. So
Well, I was told that that was a thing in that era.
what was that?
Drugs,
So they were doing drugs,
all type of drugs,
and they got
sex, unprotected sex. But you didn't even know you needed protection back then because they were still figuring out how AIDS was being transmitted. When it first came out, don't get me started. When it first came out, they called it GRID, gay related immunodeficiency syndrome.
is that
AIDS. That's what they called it when it first came out. So people didn't know what it was. They thought that straight people couldn't get it. So who knows? I don't know. I was not alive then. But I do know there are so many ways in which it can be contracted.
So you since then educated yourself.
It's a part of my history.
That's how I feel about other different diseases. I lost a friend to some stuff. Since then, I've educated myself on it. So it's like now, yeah. So is that what you're saying? You did?
Yeah. I
So when did it
actually,
when did it come out?
what?
AIDS? Like what year?
Okay. If I would give you the exact timeline, a virus similar to it jumped into the human population in 1959 in
Oh,
Haiti,
oh, okay, 19. Okay,
but it is a cousin to the Ebola virus of the
AIDS.
Congo. The initial virus that it was transferred from is called SIV, simian immunodeficiency virus, or simian immune compromised virus, something like that. And that is in monkeys. And so much of our DNA is similar and like to it that it jumped from one population to another. I won't say that it was not without human intervention, but it happened. And the two populations that it was first seen in and attacked was from Africa. But there is a person that they can contribute to having had relations with countless people after being exposed to it. And he was a European flight attendant.
Your father?
No, I'm talking about the virus
Oh,
itself.
okay.
This is how it was transmitted. This is how it got around. So he passed that around by having sex. He was a flight attendant. He was going everywhere and humping everything.
Hmm. And then fast forward. Okay, so
So then fast forward to
1990.
95 or 90. You could start with 90.
1990. Because that's when you were born, right?
Yes.
You were born in 1990.
Yes.
Born in 1990. You said shortly after that, your father got AIDS.
Hmm.
And then before your third birthday, he passed away from complications of AIDS.
Hmm.
By the time you were 5, your mother was murdered.
Yes.
And then you said that's a cold case.
Hmm.
Was she involved in anything?
No. Drugs, possibly.
A drug deal, somewhere?
No.
She was
Most
selling
likely,
drugs
or
or
using
using drugs, and something went wrong.
something went wrong.
I mean, do you know? Sound like you do.
I don't know. I wasn't there, but the streets talk, and the streets said it was possibly someone very close to home.
Yeah. Okay. You saying a family member or a family friend
Hmm.
had something to do with it. So maybe it was like a.
I I didn't find out till years later that there was actually a witness who was hiding in the closet when she was shot point blank in her head.
And nobody has come forth.
Not until it benefited them.
How did it benefit them? Like a reward?
Something like that.
But they came forward. So now did they find the killer or?
No, because the information was given 27 years too late. They do believe that they,
Well, okay, time out,
well,
time out, time
so
out.
they don't believe they know who actually did it. They believe that the person who is saying that he did it is taking the charge because he's taking several other charges already.
You losing me now. You saying somebody stepping up, taking a body
Because they already,
because they already in trouble. So they're like, all right, well, fuck it, add this one to it. Nobody ever says that.
when you got,
Even somebody that's a cold hard murderer that's out here just knocking motherfuckers off.
it was,
He
it,
ain't saying, oh well, if you got any extra murders back there.
this is not what I came up with. This is what I was told.
Who's telling you this?
I don't know if he's still around, so I don't really want to say his name. But
A family member or a friend?
this happened in South Bend, Indiana, and there is a eminent detective in Indianapolis who works cold cases, and he was working that case for a very long time. He's been on
And it sounds like you got more information than he do.
what is it? I got the information from him.
So the cop knows that it was possibly somebody in y'all circle that did it. The cop also knows that somebody was in the closet. But you said it was 27 years too late. Why is it? Because ain't no statute of limitations on murder.
Well, the people that were possibly involved are no longer around.
Okay.
Sometimes karma works very swiftly.
All right, well then it ain't cold then. You should have been talking about it's a cold, unsolved case. If
Listen, this is what this is what the streets are saying.
talking about the streets, the family
Hey,
was they
hey,
involved in the street activity?
yeah.
What they was on? Pops was out here
Not my dad. These was his people. My dad was gone already.
and two
My
years
dad was my
later.
favorite person in the world. He was a good man.
So it's really about just wondering like how you even um had a chance to deal with it, overcome it. You lose your pops at 3. Well, before your third birthday.
Yep.
And
My favorite person.
he was your
I'm still a
favorite
daddy's girl
person.
to this day.
Hey, how you a daddy's girl, but he died at 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I could believe that.
Yeah.
I got daughters. I could believe that.
Yeah.
And then and
I
he
feel like
passed
most
away.
men that I find myself drawn to.
Be like your pop.
Yeah.
How do you know you remember that?
Because losing him so young, it's like I have to constantly recall the memories so that I don't lose them.
Right. What do you recall? What's your best memory?
My dad was giving me and my sister a bath. He had his swim trunks on. We had little toys in there we were playing. And I think I can't remember if it was me or my sister, but one of us um wanted a toy that the other had. We started fighting. We were fighting. And my dad was like, stop fighting. Like, y'all don't do this. Y'all sisters. I don't ever want to see y'all fight.
Right.
And that stuck with me my entire life.
That's what's up. That's pretty special. To be so young at
Yeah.
2 and then just
Yeah.
remember a life
I
story
have
like that.
to. I have to. Like, I can't lose. Like, everyone else has their parents, or some people have lost their parents, but like, they're not gone in the sense of like complete and utter absence. Like, their energy, their spirit, their influence is still all in and around me.
Right. But it was
Like if you see my mother, she looks exactly like me.
Yeah.
But I look like my dad too, except for my dad was 6'4" and my mom was like 5'9", 5'10".
Okay, so
5'2".
you lose dad at 2
Mm-hmm.
to complications,
Yes.
and then you lose for complications from HIV. Then you lose mom
Yes.
to a gunshot to the head at 5. Who'd you
Yes.
grow up with?
My grandmother and my grandfather.
Okay.
I was adopted by my grandfather. My grandfather is actually um, not my biological grandfather. My biological grandfather, this is where my last name vortex happens. It's weird, but I love it. So my grandmother last name is Woods. My mother's last name was Fields. And then my last name is Brumfield. So
Who is a Brumfield? Your father?
yes.
Okay. So you took his name, of course.
Yeah. My mother too. All of the women in my family, they have their father's last names. Marriage runs in my family. But I think it runs in most black families, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, so as I'm growing up, not really having a real relationship with my mother's father, I was being raised by my aunt's father, my grandmother's second husband's daughter, and my aunt. You know, I I can't remember. No, yeah, it was that same year. I think I was still 5, either 5 or 6. I remember my grandfather coming in from work, dog tired, like passing out on the bed, dog tired, not even untying his boots because he worked at um, the post office.
Okay.
He had been there for 35 years. So I watched this man like work himself half to death to try to provide for me and my sister. So when it came time to decide where we were going to go, they decided to adopt us. So I am, legally my grandmother and my grandfather, my adoptive grandfather's daughter, but I kept my dad's last name because, like I said, I have a very deep, strong connection to my father. So instead of becoming a Whitney, I became a Brumfield.
Okay. That's pretty special. Grandma was cool, nice to you.
Ah,
Your
she
adopted
was
grandparent.
amazing.
What did she teach you? What did your grandparents teach you?
What do you mean? They were from Swainsboro, Georgia. They were from the deep south. We came from sharecroppers. We came from the woods. That's where the last name comes from. We came from the woods of Georgia. Like there were people who were brought over here on ships. My people come from no people. I can trace it back through DNA, but I can also trace it back through storytelling. And we keep family Bibles. And I know a lot of black folks like go look for Grandma Bible. I guarantee you it tells you about everybody who was born, married, died.
What do you mean, Grandma Bible? Not a regular Christian Bible, or
I mean, the old school Bibles, they have it in there where, it's like a family tree in there. And you can write in who's who. Because what is the Bible if not a family tree?
hmm, the Bible is a family tree.
The Bible is a family tree.
You like the Bible?
Me?
Yeah.
I love the Bible.
But I'm looking at your earrings though, and I see you kind of went.
What's wrong with my earrings?
You kind of ancient
These right
Egyptian.
here.
There's an ankh in your ear, and
So these right here, these earrings right here are actually from Jerusalem. They're mustard seed on Mount Sinai.
okay. But you also have an ankh in your ear. You
Is
have
Egypt not
the
in the
Eye of
Bible?
Horus. You say it again.
Is Egypt not in the Bible?
But it's two different symbols.
Hmm.
In the Bible, they don't. The ankh isn't mentioned.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
got that.
okay.
You wearing that, and I
So,
know you to be a conscious woman. So it's
well,
like,
okay. First off, not a Christian. Not in the terms of what Christianity has been defined as we've seen it. My form of Christianity does not involve bloodlust, but I also don't claim being a Christian. I consider myself more an omnitheist. I believe in a little bit of everything. I can find truth in a little bit of all spiritualities, religions. Uh, it's different. Like it's all connected. Like when we hear about the origin stories and Genesis, all of them share the same concepts, especially like dealing with the ancient Sumerians, the Egyptians,
mm-hmm,
the Anunnaki. All this has been told by different religions, different cultures, different sects for hundreds of years, millennia. Christ is only one telling of the same story,
right.
but it tells you that it happens over and over again. Orobos, the snake eating its tail. It does not stop. It is a cycle, it's a pattern. History repeats itself. So we always look back at things and like try to separate ourselves from it
Mm-hmm.
because when it's that far away, of course it's easy to. Like the dinosaurs used to walk on Cottage Grove.
Cottage Grove. I might have missed something. I
Dinosaurs
might
used to
have
be on
missed
Cottage
on
Grove.
Cottage Grove. The Cottage Grove
Didn't
we
dinosaurs
know.
roam the entire world?
Yeah, but I'm saying the Cottage Grove we know, or
I mean, it's still
no,
Cottage
don't.
Grove. Cottage Grove always been there. We just put stuff on it, but it was always
Well,
something
we
there.
made it was Cottage. We made it Cottage Grove
Yeah,
after
but it
all of
was
that.
still Cottage Grove.
I get it. I get it. I get it. So I do believe in a lot of history like that.
Yeah.
You know, I also learned that there's over 38,000 denominations in Christianity alone. So it's really hard to believe in the one.
Mm.
You know, everybody got their one. So
But they all have some type of truth.
they are promote hope. You know, I will say that no
They all promote
religion,
something bigger than what we are,
right? No
but
religion
also
is
something,
negative.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like one of my favorite parts in the Bible is where they talk about um the small still voice. The small still voice that we all hear
right.
but ignore.
I feel like that's your conscience. Like, okay,
But
so
according to the word, in the beginning, there was the word,
right.
and the word was God. But the word was not loud. They say the word was not in the wind. The word was not in the hurricane. The word was not in the earthquake.
Where was the word? You don't know?
In that small, still voice.
Right. I just call it your conscience. You know,
What is your
so
conscience?
just that inner
Because
voice.
so why does your inner voice tell you the same thing that my inner voice tells me?
Sometimes they don't tell you the same stuff.
Sometimes it doesn't, but more oftentimes it does.
And
But you
it's
override it.
it's
Because
our job
so
to listen
you
to it.
think people who murder don't know that they're doing something wrong?
Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. So listen,
So
so
that
this is what
means
they so they
it's
everybody
awareness. They know they're doing it. They know that this is wrong. They know this is immoral because they feel it the same way we do. Even with soldiers, they go through PTSD because they know deep down inside
but you know what
it's
though?
something that
This is what I will say. I learned when I'm in, religious studies, I learned there's two types of sin. There is original sin. Original sin is what in Christianity, what it says we're born into sin.
Mhm.
We can't change it. Ain't nothing we can do about it
like what?
because of the Adam and Eve story. We're born into sin.
Okay, so if you don't
No,
believe
I'm
in the
just saying.
Bible, then what?
I'm just
You're
saying.
born. You're born into sin, whether you believe in the Bible or not. But what is the sin that you're born into? What is the sin?
It's original sin.
What is that?
That's just what you
Was it an
find out.
apple?
But see, what you
It
find
wasn't
out,
no
it was
apple.
a quince. Right.
It was no.
It was a
It
quince.
was not a fruit.
It was a quince.
It was.
It was a quince. But
The
anyway,
original sin was sex. That's why they realized they were naked. They got freaky after eating the apple, but it wasn't an apple. Eve lay with a snake and then realized she was naked and then lay with Adam. There was never a fruit. Don't get it twisted.
well, you know what? I'm so far removed from that story that I don't even care what they say. But I just feel like it's so many denominations in Christianity.
I mean,
Well,
but they're all telling the same story. They all, like, even if we add in Hindu and Upanishads, they all have the same creation story. Everyone talks about a big flood. What was in the Grand Canyon? Like, why is the Grand Canyon big, open, and wide like that?
right.
What used to be there?
Mm-hmm. You say you're trying to get to the bottom of it though.
Listen,
So that's the reason. That's the reason you
I think
got
we know because you can see the different water levels and different sea levels when you are in the canyon from different periods. So you can also see when there was a time when there was a lot of water. So science tells you that there was a great flood. Every known religion to man tells you there was a great flood.
and a lot of them tell you about a virgin birth.
That you said a lot of them. That's
There's
one of them.
16. There was 16 stories of people born on December 25th of a virgin. Probably more. It was a record of 16 or more. Probably more. Krishna, Jesus, a bunch of different
Oh
people.
yeah, Heru. It's a bunch of them.
Exactly. Heru. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's really just hard to just. So I don't know. I don't even have religious debates with people no more. Whichever one you
but that's what I'm
find,
saying.
whichever
It's
one you
about what
find,
speaks to you. As
right?
long as you find truth, there is no religion higher than truth.
Facts. And see, that's where I'm at with it, which is why the most common one, I done gave it back. I gave it back to him. I say, look, here, I'm gonna go with something else.
Hmm.
Um, and I felt like it worked for me. So I don't know, and I just leave it at that. Like like I said, I don't have these debates anymore.
Yeah,
Now with certain people, if you can safely have them, because people, they hold religion closely, so
yeah.
they be real.
I mean, but
You got to be fragile about certain conversations and topics that you have with certain people. So
usually your stance on religion is your stance on your reality. So it is very intimate. It is very identity shattering
right,
when someone finds that what they have faith in has no substance. But that's where I draw from the Bible. Like I said, I can draw from all religions where faith is the substance of things that you haven't seen.
What's that? Hebrews 11:1?
Yeah, if you seen it
And
and
see,
have faith in it, it's almost like cheating. It's like saying, well, of course I know you're going to do it for me. You always do it for me. That I got faith in you because you have not failed me. But the thing is, faith does not walk in the door until everything has failed you. When nothing is going right, when favor has been lifted. Job asked him, that's when faith walks in the door. Faith walks in the door when you realize there's no one coming to save me.
whether you in religion or not, or just
Yeah,
because see, when you come out of religion, that's when you learn that ain't nobody coming to save you.
but the thing is, if you have faith, it has been proven that someone always comes to save you,
Yeah,
even if that someone is you.
that's what I really feel like is the savior. Cause
But
ain't
that's why my nickname is my nickname.
Kitty Dominique,
Goddess.
goddess.
Goddess Squirt.
You ain't saving nobody though. But so okay, so look
I'm
though, I'm
saving
glad you
myself every day.
I'm glad you said that though, because like I was saying in the beginning, so you got the name Goddess Squirt because you were small and you said it at your job or some people called you that.
Yeah.
But um to people that don't know you from that, they would automatically assume because um you got an internet history.
I do.
You got an internet history.
Mm,
Um
interesting.
yeah, you know, you've been doing some acting. Yeah, what kind of movies have you been acting in?
Well, I have not been acting.
No movies?
Not lately.
Okay.
Not
What?
lately.
But still on the screen,
Where?
huh?
Where?
Where? On adult websites,
Where is it?
Pornhub.
It's still there?
I don't know.
Oh,
You'll have
okay.
to tell us. A lot of people don't know you, you know, from that life.
Yeah.
Introduce
It's
us.
it's okay.
It's a former life.
It's not that I'm from that life. I brought something to that life. I
You brought something to porn.
yes,
What you bring to porn?
I brought a reverence for black bodies.
Okay, keep going.
There's a lot of porn that okay, first off, we are talking about adult content.
Yes.
There is a lot of adult content that is geared towards things that are negative. Negative for your psyche, negative for your body, negative for your overall behavioral health, even your sexual health, because niggas hate condoms. Um, but anyway, I began on February, is it February 12th or 19th? Might have been February 19th, 2019. I had seen a special from Killer Mike, and he was speaking about how there are certain industries that black people are not represented in, or if they are represented in, they are represented negatively. I had already been having these kind of things myself, like hearing everyone I'm around talking about, porn and the type of porn they watch. And I'm like, "S- stuff be so unrealistic. Bodies are not real. Sexual organs are not real. Runtime is not real. Scenarios are not real. All of it's fake
Why do you think people get into it so much?
because there's not enough sexual health information out there. People do not have the type of resources that they need. Sex ed, like, is sex ed even in school still?
Probably not.
Exactly. So people learn about sex through porn. And
And
if
that's
you
the wrong way.
and if you learn that people like to be choked and gagged and whipped and like, you never had a chance to understand what sex was without the manipulation of porn. If you remove all the layers of what porn is, which is what I did, you'll find that on its basis level, it is meant to be exposing us in our most vulnerable, most creative, and most godlike state. The only way that human beings can come to pass is through sex. And we treat it like a commodity.
Men and women see it differently. You talk to men, men look at it as a human action.
Of course they do.
Yeah, and women they see it as like something different. Like how do women see it?
See what?
Sex.
It
And
depends on
not
the woman.
all. I was just gonna say not all, because you got some that they'll have a little fun, and then you
Yeah.
got some they treat it like
But sometimes fun
this
ain't
is my
fun.
most
There
prized
are, I
possession.
believe, 6 STDs circulating around the United States, Illinois, and the city of Chicago as we speak. Go get tested. Get you some condoms. Strap the fuck up.
Of course, that's important. Of course, that's important. You got to do that. But what got you into porn? What made you say, "Oh, you know what? Fuck it."
I decided that I wanted to make the porn that I wanted to see. I wanted to make something that was body positive, that was honest, that was uplifting, and there was no power dynamics or degrading each other. And I don't kink shame, but there is a market for everyone. My particular market was pro black porn. I wanted to create something, art with my body that could endure and that could teach someone a different way.
Endure. What you was trying to do, Queen?
Yeah, endure.
You say okay in the hold
And
on. What
and
you
what how long have I been
what you
look
was
endure.
endure? So that's yeesh.
Okay. But
Yikes.
I wanted people to be able to connect with themselves in me. And a lot of what I did was showing people how I worked with my spirituality, how I use my sacral energy to create and manifest things for others. I was teaching someone my way of connecting to the spiritual. Got a little training in Tantra, know a little something, but I I wanted to create something that me growing up deserved to see because I grew up watching some wild, very wild stuff. But that's what was out
How old was you? Was watching porn early?
very early.
Like what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Mm,
10.
I might have probably caught like a glimpse of it when I was like, yeah, like under 5.
Under 5.
Yeah, probably caught a glimpse of it, but like actually watching it, probably like 12, 13.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's traumatic though. To
yeah,
lose both parents and you still out here what was it, being perverted
perverted.
at 5. You up here looking at sex
I wasn't being
at
perverted.
5. That ain't
No, when I saw that it was my mom, I saw
oh,
it in
you
her
caught
room.
them or you caught her in somebody else.
Yeah,
Damn. So this was after your dad died though.
yes.
Okay. You caught her. What you catch her doing?
Mind your
You catch
business.
her what you caught her getting some I mean, because you say you caught her, like, because when kids catch their parents having sex, it's something that they probably
It was,
it's a sight
yeah.
that they ain't gonna forget.
It, well, my dad had passed already, so
Like you seen somebody else.
yeah.
But that's tough to see. That was like a double
Yeah,
whammy.
yeah,
That's tough.
yeah.
But you said that's what started the whole.
I didn't like that man. His name was Steve.
Well, I
He
mean,
used to
we
pick on
don't
me
gotta know.
because my sister, they used to pick on me because I was supposed to have been a Michael. In the womb, they thought I was a boy. So my name was Michael. They had bought me all red stuff and blue stuff because they had my sister. My sister was like, no boy, girl. And sure enough, she was right. But like until I could talk, that's all they would put me in, like boy stuff. And then I'm like, why do y'all keep buying me this? I like pink. I like purple. They were like, we always thought that you just like red and blue because you always was wearing it. I'm like, no one ever asked me.
Right.
So yeah.
No children.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because we kind of on the way. We unks and aunties now.
Yeah.
Is this something you waiting on?
God's timing.
Okay. Hey, and that's the best. You like Bible stories? What they say? Mary was 90.
Sarah.
Sarah, right? Or something.
Sarah was like
That's what I said.
84.
Somebody.
Yeah. Sarah was like
So Sarah,
84.
Mary, Abraham. Who was Abraham's wife? Sarah.
Sarah.
Right. They say she was 90
Yeah.
when she set up and had a baby. So I mean, you got time,
I got all the time in the world. But
right?
that's what God wants for me.
Of course. Do you think he wanted you to start getting into porn, or
Yes.
he came to you and like, look, my
God
my
orders
my
all my
child,
steps.
my child,
My child.
put that ass on film.
Yeah. Go forth and make a difference.
What was it? Okay, and what was the difference? Because you said you wanted to see more blacks in porn. It was
No, not
already,
blacks in porn. Positive black images in media, period. Like I said, I went into it as the
and that's the
standpoint of an
only form of
artist.
media.
I had to set up the camera, I set up the angles, wrote the scripts. It was art
You
that I
had
was
scripts in
creating.
them. See, that's something that I appreciate.
Yeah.
I don't like getting on there and then they already halfway into it. I want to know how all this started. How do y'all
Yeah.
know each other
And then I also would, have a little candid time at the end where like I'm just sitting up talking, you know.
behind the scenes?
Yeah,
Man, don't nobody want to see all that.
they would, especially if you put it on OnlyFans.
Okay, well, that's something different.
I would be like, I would post something and I'd be like, don't holler at me. I'm on OnlyFans.
So let me make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
Uh-huh.
You got into porn because you wanted to make a difference in media.
Black
You want to
images
make a
in
difference in
media.
black images in media, and
Yes.
porn was the first place. Was that the first place, or that's the only place you
No,
went?
no. There are people,
Because we're not on regular screens like that either.
but
So
yeah, exactly. But like
you just say I need to start
we're
foundation in the
at
porn industry.
at the time, this was 2019. At the time, we were in media. We were on screens. But what I was seeing
You didn't like how we were portrayed.
it was horrible. It was wicked.
How were we being portrayed in porn that made you say, you know what, I've had enough?
So one thing I would do when I would create titles, all my titles were something positive. It was something that people could manifest from. Um, some of the other titles I see, like Black Thought does this, Black Hoe does that, and like all these like crazy depictions of black women.
Were they doing what they say she was doing? Was she doing what they say she was doing? Whether
Yeah, I mean,
you
yeah,
take
she
out,
was doing what they said she was doing, but did they have
okay,
to call her something derogatory?
right,
Couldn't they
and
have called her a queen? And that was my theory. And since no one could prove it otherwise, I'm like, well, I'm going to prove it to myself. And I I saw it.
so you say,
People flocked to it. People still remember it to this day, and that was 6 years ago.
and you say, you know what, I'm tired of these terrible titles of how
And
black women are
depictions.
not even what goes on
Oh no,
screen.
it's also what goes on screen.
The titles made you say,
Yeah, like the title's cringeworthy, but what went on screen, like also okay. So
they
like
getting down,
okay,
they having a good time
how old were
getting down
you?
how they live.
How old were you when you first watched porn?
Man, like this is what's so crazy. I think about it now, and I was introduced to porn and sex way before I would be okay with my children
That's what I
being
was
introduced
asking
to porn.
for.
That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
That's what I will say. Like I grew up, like man. So I grew up. I'm the youngest.
me too.
So everybody, the 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 years older than me, or however they are older than me, everybody always they older than me. And I guess I don't know. I was always mature for my age. I didn't want to run up behind. I wasn't watching cartoons.
Yeah,
You know, my brothers they were teaching me to shoot dice, and we just getting into a lot of little mannish things.
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they
So
teach little boys,
I learned about a lot of stuff like that.
and
The Spice
it's the
Channel.
grown men who usually show little boys this stuff early.
Yeah.
And so, what if they showed them these a black man revering a black woman as a goddess?
But you know what though? Back then though, see you saying you got into porn because of how we were labeled.
Yeah.
But
Or
back then,
depicted, not just labeled.
the type of porn
The
back
label is
then,
that way and they put it on screen that way. They script it that way.
but porn back then when we damn near we closer to
We
40.
weren't even in there.
We closer to 40.
Porn in the
But I'm saying
the
porn back
80s and
then, right?
90s,
It
it
wasn't
was a
even
lot of, well, actually 60s and 70s, it was all white. It was white.
it's music in the
It was
background.
Oscar so white.
Right. But then, as it progressed, it wasn't really like skits and scenes, and it wasn't bad titles. It was more like it was movies, compilations, stuff like that.
But it would be like an actual movie, like as if you was watching Foxy Brown.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they take their clothes off and they start getting it in, and they had 8-foot bushes. That's where porn started. Well, modern,
Right.
because Kama Sutra.
But right, so you was watching it then.
It's always been there.
Was you watching for education? Was it a pleasure thing for you?
I was watching because I didn't know what I was watching.
You didn't know what you was watching. You was just oblivious.
Yeah.
Get your okay.
And then by the time like I figured out, I'm like, oh,
Oh, they doing stuff. Right.
What's going on there?
And that's when
But
you
that's
said,
because we don't have the conversation when we're
right,
supposed to. We always are waiting for a specific age. But I believe that we should have the sex about the conversation about the birds and bees with children at the age that they come asking about it. If a child comes to me and they're 5 years old and they're like, "What's this? What am I supposed to do? Lie?" And then we lie, and then we never go back and tell them the truth, and then they don't know what's happening, and then
right.
we end up with all these teen pregnancies.
Or they find out the truth from somebody else, and then you lose your credit.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's real.
yeah.
That's real. But I still don't know if that's a good valid reason for you to say, you know what, with all the things that's been going on
Who
in
was looking
porn,
for validity?
obviously you, because you said you didn't like the representation.
No, I was not looking for validity. I knew what I was sacrificing in the moment, that I was sacrificing something for art, sacrificing something for the betterment of our sexual healing as a people, because we as a people carry a lot of sexual trauma, and a lot of the times it's ancestral sexual trauma, especially if you look like me or you. So
You know,
there's a lot that we have to heal within ourselves, but we have to be able to get to the bottom of it. We have to be willing to be the change we want to see, because I
okay,
can't go tell someone else this needs to change. This needs to change. And they're like,
okay,
okay, then you change it.
right. So, but that's what you said you decided you were going to do. Okay,
Yes.
so you at a point now. I'm tired of how we're being represented in black porn, the ebony category, right? I don't like the representation.
Hmm.
I don't like the titles, black hole, and
Hmm. Yeah.
all this ebony
Yeah.
double penetrate, all of that,
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
You say, you know what? I'm tired of this. So I'm gonna go on here and I'm gonna show the world how black women, black porn is supposed to be titled. Okay, so
How it's supposed to be carried out. And I
right.
won't even say
Did
suppose, because I don't like the word suppose. How it could be.
so you
I
wanna
can't even say suppose or should. How it could be. This is an alternative. So if we say, oh no, it has to be this way, it's always been this way. No, I have proven it with my own body and content that it does not have to be this way. So
okay, so let me ask you this. How did you have your content? Was it okay, so from what the general public, from what the average person will pull up and find on
mhm,
porn, the porn that made you say, I'm done. What were they doing? Were they having oral sex? Yes, no?
GRs,
GRs.
yes,
I don't know what GRs is.
a gang of grapes.
Gang of grapes.
Yeah.
Okay. So were they having oral sex on the porn that made you say, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, they were having
But
oral
that's
sex.
not what they were doing. That's minimizing what they were doing.
Okay. So what did you decide to call the oral sex on your porn? What did you say? Cause see, regularly it's sucking dick
So
or eating pussy, eating cat.
the healing powers of black dick.
Healing powers. Okay. Okay.
That was one of my favorite titles, and that was a lot of people's favorite title.
Okay. So that's the only thing that really changed, just the titling. It wasn't really
No,
the activity.
no, the activity would be different. The way that we conversed was different. The this on-screen dynamic was different. The off-screen dynamic was different.
And was this somebody you was in a relationship with, or this was just a partner,
Someone who I was,
a co-actor?
I,
Don't hide, Queen.
it's not me. It's out of respect for others. But this is someone that I was in love with
No.
and someone that was in love with me.
Okay. At that time, well, it sound like that shit over with.
No, we're still great friends.
Okay. So let me ask you this: How do you think? How do you think? How do you think we're depicted in media? Period, though.
It depends. Black men are depicted different. Black women are depicted different.
Right. Okay. So how do you think black men are depicted in media?
If you are a dark skinned man, you're depicted as strong and capable and able and
Mm.
savior. If you're light skinned men, you're usually depicted as effeminate, weak. These tropes have been repeating since slavery. Media keeps perpetuating them. It's perpetuated within social circles. And it's the opposite for women, where Black women are depicted as strong and we could lift a car, and light skinned women are depicted as dainty and, you know, in needing of a savior. And this has been documented in film.
Did you like that though? Did you like that depiction
Which one?
of the media and like movies and TV,
I
regular
often don't
screen?
like the depiction of Black people in movies and TV shows,
Why do you want to
books,
change
and
that?
media.
Why do you want to change that? Why'd you go directly to the adult part?
No,
Because
who says
there's
I'm not
parts.
going to change that?
But see, but that's what you went to first. I'm saying, how come? Because see, when you know
That's what I could do with what
when you know you
my
wanna
resources were.
when you know you wanna influence the people and change
Yeah,
the mindsets and thought
yeah,
processes, and you want to sell
yes,
things,
yes,
you attack the children.
yes,
Children could have been the focus of
uh-huh,
the story
yes.
because they see not the adult movies. They get a chance to see regular TV and regular movies. They see all of
Yes.
that first. Why didn't
But
you
by the
start
time
there?
they get to adult movies, who is going to be there that they don't have to watch?
But see, that's something that somebody would have to say. I don't appreciate. Somebody would have to say. You would have to bank on
But if
somebody growing
you,
up,
but
a child growing up
my thing
saying,
is,
"I don't like
it's
how."
being pushed. Who owns these sites? It is being pushed the same way that drugs were being pushed and are being pushed in our community, the same way that guns are being pushed and dropped off in our community. These things are being pushed into our community as a way to disrupt Black union, Black unity. Like some of the stuff that you see on these porn, again, you would not want your child partaking in.
But okay, I'll agree with what you're saying, but that's where you went straight to.
I mean,
So
that's not like the only thing I've ever
before
done. Like I do so much volunteer work. Like I be really out here in these streets.
okay,
Yeah, like I really
and then
I really
if
commit myself to the betterment of the greater good
do you still put your shows
with shows,
your sex shows?
sex shows.
Well, I mean, because you say they different, what would you call them? So they flicks, they pornos. You know, that's what they're regularly called. But you say I don't like nothing
Adult
about
content.
adult content. Do you still put your adult content on adult content websites?
No,
Okay, why'd you take it down?
I took it down because of a number of reasons. But one of the main reasons was it was becoming very hectic to manage.
Hectic to manage? What
Yes.
would you mean? What do you mean?
It was growing very rapidly. And it was just more than I could keep up with. I am someone who, again, has to create avenues for myself again. I've
But I
lost.
feel like you're in control of it though, instead of
I mean, yeah, not
you
just
make the
losing both my
content.
parents, like I also have sickle cell. So I can't work a regular job without ending up in the hospital. So I that's not the only thing I was doing. Like I was streaming, I was doing my own little podcast. I was doing a bunch of different things, but I just saw an avenue where I could be of service. I'm like, this is something I know I can do. I know I can pull this off. I know I can be of service and I know I can make this into something that I can be proud of. And again, when I watched my content,
Were you making money off of it? Because it's hard to just you put it down because you're just making money off of it. Like if you're making money
not
off of it,
really.
okay, not nothing where it's like I can pay my bills off of it. It
Like,
was
nah,
like
it was not like extravagant because, like I said, I was not willing to, you know, constantly be working that.
right. So
Like, I had other things I was working on.
it was like
Like,
amateur porn.
yeah. Oh,
Okay,
no, it was amateur. It was shot in the same room most of the
okay.
time.
Did you get approached by anybody or trying to be like, hey, um,
Yeah.
yeah, companies hit you up or people or
People,
okay.
companies too,
Oh, and what was the approach?
they wanted me to join their sites or join their uh, groups so that we could work together. And I'm like, I'm not interested. I'm creating my content for me with someone that I actually share a dynamic with
Right.
because it's about how it's being depicted on screen. So if I want to depict Black love, I want to have someone that I actually have love for beyond, agape, just love for all things and love humanity and things like that, because definitely that's there. But the dynamic I wanted to present required someone that understood me and I understood them.
Okay. I get that. I get that. I get that. Yeah, but you say you put it down, you walked away from it.
Yes.
I'm on to something else now.
Yes.
I can close that chapter.
Yes.
What are you doing now? Because you say you got some
That
new
was 6
adventures.
years ago. Like, I'm a completely different person. And it's not like, oh, I changed because of it. Like, no, I just changed because times change.
Right.
Like, I'm 36 now. I think I was 29 when I was doing that.
Right.
And I definitely loved who I was back then, but I became who I am now because of the decisions I made in the past.
Okay.
And I am in love with who I am now.
It would almost seem like if you outlined your life,
Hmm.
you lose your dad at 3,
Yes.
boom, lose mom at 5,
Yes.
boom.
Then lost both my grandparents.
What age?
My grandfather, who adopted me at 13, and then my grandmother at 26,
Yeah, like
10 years ago. Yes.
that would almost seem like, look, it's a trauma response to some degree. Like a lot of this has been going
Probably.
on in my life.
Probably.
Or it's like I'm lashing out. I don't really know how to feel, how to act, what
What
to
what
do.
tools and resources did I have?
Right. You don't think that's the case?
No.
That's not the case.
No.
Okay.
I considered all that. I was in therapy at the time.
Okay.
Like, I was talking to my therapist about it. Like, I was actually in a very good headspace. The only thing that was a drawback was meeting with individuals that were raised on the old guard of adult content. Like all the things that I told myself I was specifically not creating, that's what would sometimes find me on my channel. People looking for that. And then they would be inboxing me in the comments, and it's like,
Right. So it was just you and your guest that was on the show. Y'all wasn't like, was it acting? Was it like,
yeah, like there would be scripts, there would be production, lighting, themes, costumes, all of it.
okay? But you
But it
said,
was me with my own hands doing it.
but you said as helpful and as educational as it could be, I'm gonna take this down, and I'm making money off of it. That. Don't make sense. I'm making money off of it. I'm in
If
it
the money
because I'm
was not
helping people.
the money was not worth the upkeep, because you
Okay.
still have to upkeep it,
Right.
you know.
So you
And
say, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing all this other stuff.
yeah, like I just did not have the time. I was doing that during COVID.
Well, it
Once
wasn't shit to do.
exactly. So once COVID changed, everybody starts going back outside, and people got to get back to work. And you got to start doing all these other
No, that
things.
makes sense.
It's like it just fizzled out on its own
That makes sense.
naturally. But once it did fizzle out, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's no point in me, trying to upkeep it, because I'm not even, putting anything else out. Like,
No, that makes sense. And so you and the gentleman, y'all just ended that whole chapter. But you said you don't really do nothing for work because of the sickle
sickle
cell.
cell.
Right.
I mean,
What do you
I
experience with
I
that
drive
though?
Uber, I do massage therapy, I do yoga, but a lot of times I decide to do it as a volunteer.
What do you experience with your sickle cell?
It could be a number of things. Um, it is a blood disorder that was a genetic mutation that happened in Africa, and it misshapes the red blood cells, which are usually shaped like a donut with like a little circle in the middle, and changes them into like a banana or a sickle shape like this.
They call them erythrocytes.
Yeah,
Oh, I know. I'm a barber. They teach us about that.
yeah. And so they begin to be shaped like this, meaning that malaria can't get through it. Malaria can attach to it. So it was a genetic mutation meant to help save some people from not dying from malaria. And it misshaping the cells means that the cells no longer can hold that much oxygen. And now you're not getting oxygen to your vital organs. You're not getting oxygen to anywhere that blood goes. You go into sickle cell crisis. That's what we call it. Sickle cell crisis can be very painful. And like I said, it can be anywhere that blood goes. But that also could mean blood clots that cause heart attack, that cause deep vein thrombosis, that cause what we call acute chest, which is like pneumonia, but with blood in your lungs.
Mm,
Yeah. So there are so many different things that are attributed to sickle cell.
mm.
Um, you get joint issues, arthritis, avascular necrosis, which is where uh, the areas near your joints are not getting enough blood to them. So then you start to have death in those same bone areas.
Mm.
And of course, that's painful. Um, but it is a pain disease. Like the pain can be in your muscles, it can be on your skin, it can be in your head, your hair, your toenails, it could be anywhere. And it also causes stroke. I've had two.
Stroke. You had 2
I've
strokes.
had two strokes.
Damn.
Yes. One when I was 20, when I was in college at Roosevelt University.
A stroke at 20, and sickle cell caused it, or
Yes.
damn.
I was at Roosevelt University, 4.0 GPA. But yes, I suffered a stroke.
Then you had to stop going?
Yes.
Damn.
I
And then
am
when was this?
now back in school at Chicago State University now at the age of 35 when I went back. I'm 36 now.
When was the second stroke?
When I was 28,
Mm.
8 years later.
And it wasn't nothing you was doing.
No, I was born with a hole in my heart. And so the blood clots that would form in my feet were able to travel backwards up my inferior vena cava, superior vena cava. And it's not supposed to go backwards from here in your lungs and your heart to your brain. But because I had what was called a patent foraminal valley, which is a hole in the heart, the blood clots that were in my legs and feet, when they broke through the pressure, it went straight from here and into the arteries that go to the brain.
Mm.
And so it looked like the MRI looked like a Christmas tree. It was so many small blood clots.
Damn. But you're here. You go through all of that.
Woo!
You're here. You
Therapy,
survived all of that.
therapy,
It would almost
physical
seem
therapy,
like
speech therapy, you name it.
it would almost seem like there's obviously purpose
Yeah,
over your life.
yeah.
And so
My name is Michelle Dominique.
okay.
Michelle is the feminine form of Michael.
Gotcha.
Michael being the general in
Oh,
God's
all
army,
right, the
the
angel Michael.
archangel.
Yeah.
Yes. My dad's name is Michael Brumfield,
Okay.
so I'm named after my dad. My aunt's name is Michelle Whitney.
So you really named after your aunt.
Yes, Dr. Michelle Whitney. I'm named after my dad and my aunt and the Archangel Michael. But Archangel Michael, his name means who is like the Lord. And people think that that's a statement, meaning someone who is like the Lord. No, it is a question. Who is like the Lord? Because that's the question that Michael asked Satan when he cast him down in the Battle of Armageddon.
Right.
He cast him down and was like, "You said what now?
Hmm.
You said you like who?" And so that's what Michael Michelle means. My middle name is Dominique, which means either the Lord or of the Lord.
Okay.
So my first name is the question. My middle name is the answer. Who is like the Lord?
And then the answer is of the Lord.
The Lord.
You the Lord.
I'm not the Lord. I call myself a goddess because God is. I am a reflection of God in all its different forms.
Okay. Okay. So do you know your purpose right now?
Yes,
Your purpose is to wake us all up through sex.
possibly. I have more than one purpose, but I do know
What's your
that
second
there will
purpose?
be a sexual revolution. There are things that are happening as far as how people and children are taught about sex that need to change.
What's gonna be the revolution?
When the revolution comes, it's going to be everything. It's not going to be just one thing. Everything will change. The same way COVID was just a taste. It was a little taste. It was a mini revolution. Um, when they had the riots for George Floyd, when they got the verdict wrong, was it May 29th, 2020?
They killed him on May 20th, 2020. I believe, yep, May 20th, 2020.
Or what I think they killed him in May 19th, 2019. Because May 20th in 20, or it might not have been the 20th, but in 2020, that's when the world shut down. Remember, everyone was outside
Right. Yeah, no, it was
rioting,
2020 when
the
they
whole,
killed him.
but this was around the entire world. That was a revolution. That was a taste of a revolution. The real one is not just going to be for a day
How long is it gonna be for?
until things change.
How are they gonna change?
How everything changed. Human innovation. People have to be the change.
Hmm.
You
And
can't
what
want a
religion
better
is
world
this?
if you're not willing to sacrifice yourself for a better world.
And what religion is this?
Who said it was religion?
Well, I mean, I will figure you up here talking about lives and when
Everyone is not religious. I'm talking about real reality,
okay,
not religion.
okay, mm,
There is no higher religion than truth. And we all found that out during COVID.
yeah. Speaking of COVID, right? A lot of
One of
people
my
finding
most
out now.
one of the most brilliant people I ever met
Pass from.
passed during COVID, but it wasn't.
Well, did he pass from taking the shot or having COVID? Because there's a lot of information
He
coming out.
committed suicide.
Whoa, what made him do that? Well, of course, we never know. You never know.
But he was brilliant.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. That was a family member, friend. You said what?
Classmate.
A classmate. Well, from Morgan Park. What year?
Oh six.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You do.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Um, how did that affect you though?
It's the cost of black genius.
Right, during COVID, right?
It's the cost of black genius on any given day. COVID just put us in a microscope. It brought it right there to our face. It was always looming in the distance, but we got all these distractions. We can
Yeah.
ignore it. It's looming in the distance right now. There's bombs dropping in Iran right now. It's looming in the distance. It's looming in the distance. We feel it, but we ignore it. We find ways to ignore it
Hmm.
until it's right there in your face.
And you can't
And
ignore it.
you can't ignore it.
Hmm. And that's what happened with you, is what you saying.
What you mean?
Something happened and you can't ignore it no more. And something's looming in the distance in your life, or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So everything that you went through, every place you've been,
yes.
what does that show you? What does that teach you about where you're going?
That I am resilient, that I am innovative, that if I am intentional, I can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, we can talk about the whys of what I did, but the facts of what I did were that I was successful at it. I did change at least one person's view on sex.
Hmm.
Fans would come to me all the time. I would see people in like while I'm walking on the street in Hyde Park, and they would thank me for my art.
What would they say?
They would say things like that,
Thank you so much for
like
carrying yourself as a young black queen in that porno scene where you got your ass bent over. Is that what
who
they
said I
saying?
wasn't doing the business. But
Oh, so he was.
who
You said who?
who
Oh,
said who
okay, okay.
who?
You said okay. You said who said you wasn't doing the bending?
Yeah.
You had to have been, or somebody else was. You saying that young brother was?
I didn't say nothing about the
Don't
brother.
depict the young brother like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't say nothing about the brother.
Okay,
Shoot. I was most in my scenes by myself.
okay. Oh, okay. So you okay? All right. You like toys and molds and
Molds. Interesting.
what does that mean?
I don't know what that is.
A mold
What?
of something that women like. A penis.
No.
Penis molds. You want me to say penis on the air?
Where was
Penis.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Whatever I think it was, whatever somebody else gets from it, you said people come to you and they say, you know what? Hey, I know you.
Yeah.
You from
Because of course, when I
and
would market it, I would say what I was doing. Like, this is pro-black porn. We have to change the way in which black bodies are viewed in adult content,
right.
and successfully. I know that's right.
Right, there's some good Megan Thee Stallion right here. Speaking of
Chicas divertitas. What do you want to?
Black porn
See
and doing
my
content,
titty cut.
Megan Thee Stallion, she should put the microphone down and do porn because she. Oh, my bad. She spent a lot of time. She spent a lot of time dancing instead of rapping. So maybe you could introduce her and get her into essence porn. Is that what you would call it? Essence porn, because it's a
Pro-black porn.
pro-black essence substance.
Spiritual porn.
Spiritual porn.
A lot of the times I would just have
There's candles
my
in the background.
Exactly.
Right. While
I'm literally doing rituals and people sending me energy to do my rituals.
I heard that.
Listen.
To the rituals.
To the rituals. Wow. And the rich.
So look though, going out, I always ask guests, what's something that we need to stop doing, and what's something that we need to start doing? Blacks, people, men, women,
you know that's loaded.
Porn stars, non porn viewers, whatever, whoever.
We gotta start giving away our power.
Now, who's the we though?
You just said blacks.
Okay.
We gotta start giving away our power. The world generates off of us. The world runs off of us. We need to cut the power off so they realize exactly who we are, so they can finally start to value us. Because I'm tired of us being treated differently no matter where we are in the world. No matter where we are in the world, we're treated some type of way.
We get love outside of everywhere else except the U.S. though. This is what I always hear.
We get love some places, but okay, they love us because they like to emulate us.
Of course.
I will never forget what the Ukraine did when they shut the borders down and they wasn't letting blacks on the buses and the trains.
You was there?
I wasn't, but I was watching it on Twitter. You don't remember this?
I don't think I do. Some stuff, because you know what though? The main reason you have to watch what you watch. You can't get invested in every damn thing.
No, I barely watch the news anymore, but I do have it set for important things to come to my phone. And anytime there is a
So your phone tells you what it thinks is important.
No, I put in my news app
what you want to hear from. I want to hear foreign, domestic.
If it's a war, I want to know about it because it's always going to affect the U.S. If it even sounds remotely like it's got 2 W's, I want to hear about it.
Right.
I don't want to be the last to find out. Even if there's nothing I can do, I want to at least be able to light my blunt.
And if I know what's going on. And then what's something that we got to stop doing?
Something we have to stop doing. Tearing each other down.
Okay. Stop tearing each other down.
Yes. We have to, it's the same thing, 2 sides of the same coin. We have got to unify, 1, 2, stop tearing each other down. Because, like, what's more powerful, 1 or 5?
5. Or I guess it depends. Ain't it what you like to say? Ain't that how all you
One,
preface all your answers?
one,
It depends.
1, 5.
Black power. God damn it. Where can we find you? Where can we
Anywhere you
find
look
you
for
on social
Goddess
media?
Squirt.
Goddess Squirt, and not
Yes.
the squirt that you think.
No.
Not the
Squirt the
squirt.
turtle.
Not the kind of squirt you would think once you find out that she did porn. Squirt the turtle.
Squirt the
That's why
turtle.
that's how she got the
I got that
name.
nickname when I was 17.
That's what she want to tell
I
us.
didn't even have those type of problems then. Okay?
That's what she want to tell us. That's what she want to go with. That's her
Oh my
story,
God.
and she's sticking to it.
That is my life story. Y'all, I gave y'all my whole truth for Trent. The truth.
The Trent the Truth Show. And what's all your social medias and
Gotta
hashtags
squirt
and
on anything. Google me. Gotta squirt on the game if you want to watch me play the game. Gotta squirt on Instagram. Gotta squirt on YouTube. I got a different Facebook name. I guess it.
Michelle Dominique, right?
Yeah, Michelle
Yeah,
Dominique. Y'all
because
can
they
have
gonna
that.
want to come follow you and all of that.
Yeah, come see me. I mean, we gonna start doing some yoga. Like, I got some stuff planned for y'all. We're gonna start doing some yoga. I've been working on my own virtual Bible
Oh,
where I encode prayers into images.
oh, okay.
I'm gonna show you one of my images, okay? I want you to tell me what you feel. But you can find me on Twitter under DA Goddess Squirt. Had to change my name because people were stealing my identity.
Oh no.
They stole my name, created their own account, and then used my videos. And once the account had enough views, they switched to putting their own content up.
I saw that before. That's nice.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's nice. That's nice.
It is a prayer, and it has all, like I said, all the known religions encoded into it. And it's constantly growing. And I am developing a way to do that for everyone. Like if they want to encode their own prayers and images, so that like if you don't have time to like sit down and do the whole ritualistic prayers,
Right.
you can just take time, meditate with it, look at it, spend time with yourself.
Definitely.
But I'm also working on a organization for sickle cell
Okay.
and a cooperative economics structure called, well, I can't say it yet, but it's coming soon. Where one is the economic engine that powers the sickle cell research.
Okay.
And we will be having a first of its kind treatment structure. I would like to bring it to the southeast side of Chicago because that's where I'm from. East side crazy. But yeah.
It sounds like, you
And I'm in school. 4.0 GPA. Like I said,
that's how you do it.
different strokes, different folks. But like I said, when I was at Roosevelt, I had a 4.0. At my new school, 4.0.
At Chicago State.
It's me.
That's what I'm
It's
talking
me.
about.
I do this for real. So
Give me some.
it really,
Trying to play me.
no matter what situation, however you want to view me, you know, however you want to perceive me based on things you may have heard, things you may have seen. To know me is to love me. Like you have to experience me because I'm more open than you would expect. I'm more understanding, more giving, more kind, more generous than you'd expect. But, No one's perfect.
And that's what they gotta find out, though. They
Yes.
gotta know you to find out what, like you say, to know me is to love me.
Yes.
They gotta get to know you.
Yeah.
So they gonna follow you. They gonna hit you up. They gonna, but yeah, I saw you on the Trent the Truth show. They gonna either say they saw you on the Trent the Truth show, or then maybe they saw you on one of them websites, and that's where they know you from. But
If
as
they
long as they know you.
listen, my lawyers are listening.
Thanks again for tuning in to the Trent the Truth show. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. Follow us on social media, Trent the Truth. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to be a guest, email me at TrentTheTruthShow@gmail.com. Again, that's TrentTheTruthShow@gmail.com. Thanks again. Tell your friends. Watch it together.